Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yumna. You can call me Yumna. My number is 3010220022 and 9. I'm from Medicine Faculty of University Islamic University Sultan Agung from Semarang. Okay. Uh, Today I will talk about how we can check if a medical study is clear and reliable by using tool called CONSORT. CONSORT is Consolidated Standard of Reporting Trial. It helps researcher or a doctor report all the important parts of a randomized control trial or RCT. If researcher or doctor follow this checklist, their study are easier to understand and trust. I will use CONSORT 2010 checklist to look at study called the title is vitamin D and marine omega-3 fatty acid supplementation and incident autoimmune disease vital randomized control trial. Okay, about the study, the vital trial was done in US. It included over 25,000 people. The goal was to see if taking vitamin D or omega-3 fatty acid every day could lower the chance of getting autoimmune disease. The study followed people for about 5 years. Okay. So we can see the abstract and the title. Start in number 1 in checklist item. Okay. Number 1, 1A, identification as a randomized trial in the title. Okay, you can see it in the title in randomized control trial. I highlight in here. Yeah. This is for 1A. Identified as randomized control trial. And then in 1B, structure summary of trial design, methods, result, and conclusion. You can see it in abstract. For 1B, you can see objective, design, setting, participant, intervention, main outcome measure, and result. Conclusion and study registration. Next, in number 2A, scientific background and explanation of rationale. For number 2A, you can find in 2A, in this, in introduction. Vitamin D and marine derived long-chain omega-3 fatty acid are two nutritional supplements investigated as potential autoimmune disease treatment. Here, I highlight in here. And then next, number 2B, specified objective or hypothesis. You can find it in number 2B. Okay, and yeah, in here, specific objective or hypothesis. In abstract objective, to investigate whether vitamin D and marine derived long-chain omega-3 fatty acid reduce autoimmune disease risk. And next, number 3, a description of trial design such as factorial, including allocation review. Number 3A, you can find it in number 3 and find it in here in methods. This randomized double-blind placebo-controlled 2-by-2 factorial design trial was conducted to examine the benefit and risk of vitamin D, cholecalciferol, and married omega-3 fatty acid. Here, and I highlight in here, and you can use it for number 11A. For 11A, for blinding, they use double blind for placebo control. Okay, next, 3P, important change to methods of the trial commencement, such as eligibility criteria with reasons. So sorry because for 3P, it's not explicitly reported. So I assume no major change, but this should ideally be stated. And next, number 4A, eligibility criteria for participant. You can find it in 4A. You can find it for participant and in yeah, you can find it in methods. This the purple color. Eligibility participant recruited throughout the US were required to limit vitamin D use from outside source to no more until hypercalcemia. For number 4A. So number 4B, setting and location where the data were collected. You can find it in here. In abstract setting nationwide in United States. Yes. And next, number 5, the intervention for each group with sufficient details to allow replication, including how and when they were actually administered. Number 5, you can find it in here. You can find it in here. Yeah, in intervention. Vitamin D, 2000 IU per day or match placebo, and omega-3 fatty acid 1,000 milligram for per day or match placebo. And next, number 6A, completely define pre-specified primary and secondary outcome measure, including how and when they were assessed. 6A can found it in here. Yeah. In main outcome measure in abstract, the primary endpoint was all incident autoimmune disease confirmed by medical record review. Next, number 6B, we change the trial outcome after the trial commenced with reasons. Okay, number 6B, you can find it You can find it in here. Uh, sorry. For 6B, it's not report. I assume implies no change were made post commencement. Next, number 7A, how sample size was determined. Okay. For number 7A, you can find it in okay. So for number 7A and 7B, how sample size was determined, and when applicable, explanation of any interim analyze and shopping guidelines. And in this case, it's not report, but I assume they plan to have enough people to see a 30% drop in disease cases. And you can find it in the talks area. Next, number 8, it's randomization. People were method used to generate a random allocation sequence. And number 8B, type of randomization. Detail of any restriction such as blocking and block size. For number 8A, you can found it and 8A and 8B, you can find it in here. And methods, trial design, and oversight. You can find it in here. Within sex, race, and 5-year age group in blocks of 8. Randomization occurred between November 2011 and March 20 and 14. Okay. And in this paragraph, you can find it for uh for number 10 and 14A. Number 10 is who generated the random allocation sequence, and number 14A, dates defining the periods of recruitment and follow-up. Number 9, mechanism used to implement the random allocation sequence, such as sequentially numbered containers describing any step taken to conceal the sequence until interventions were assigned. You can find it in here. Yeah, in this proper highlight, this participant successfully complete a 3-month placebo running period and were randomized to a treatment. This treatment. Okay. For number 9, the study doesn't explain this well, but they use placebo and run-in periods. Next, for number 10, numbers 11B, if relevant, description of the similarity of intervention. For number 11B, you can find it. For number 11B, it's not reported. But in number 11, it's about blinding. Participants and doctors didn't know which group they were in. You can find it in 11A. Here, right, it's randomized double blind. So they said double blind. So the doctor and the patient is didn't know which group they were in. Okay, for number 12, A and D. 12A, statistical methods used to compare groups for primary and secondary outcomes, and P, methods for additional analysis such as subgroup analysis and adjust analysis. Okay, for number 12, statistical methods, they use proper statistical methods like hazard ratio and adjust for age and race. You can find it in here, number 12. Sorry, in purple highlight. COX proportional hazard models were used to test the effect of vitamin K and omega-3 fatty acid on autoimmune disease incidents. Okay. For number 12B, sorry, 12B, you can find it additional analysis. Numbers of deaths and participants who reported side effects were low, as previously reported. And next, number 13, A and B. It's about participant flow. For number 13, A and B, you can find it in 13A. Okay, participant flow here in result of abstract. Sorry. These participants were enrolled and followed for a median of 5.3 years. Okay, and self-identified as non-Hispanic, white, as black, as other in race and ethnic group. And the mean age was 67.1. And next, number 14. Previously, I ever talked about it. Here, sorry, and number 3A. Sorry, in number, yeah, in number 8, 10, 8A, 8B, and 10. Next, numbers 15 for baseline data. Okay, for number 15, you can find it in, sorry, the baseline data, you can find it in table 1, characteristic of vital trial participant as at baseline according to a randomized assigned to active supplementation. Okay, for the baseline data, the starting characteristic were the same across group, like treatment group, placebo group for vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acid. Next, for number 16, number analyzed for each group, number of participant or denominator included in each analysis and whether the analysis was original assigned group. Okay, for number 16, they use data from all participants as point, and you can find it in okay, you can find it in here. Participant in the treatment group and in the placebo group had confirmed autoimmune disease. Here, this data, and until they explain the table 3, and this is for number 70A, outcome and estimation, and number 70B in the next, the hazard ratio is reported in here, hazard ratio in table 2 and table 3. You can get incomplete in here for hazard ratio. Okay, for number 70, vitamin D reduced disease by 22% and omega-3 fatty acid by 15%, so not all results were significant. Next, number 18. Okay, for number 18, it's about extra analyze or other analyze. Okay, for number 18, you can find it in, sorry, for number 18, you can find it in here. It's just for eight sex self-report race and randomized to other supplement. So they look at age, gender, and other factor like uh, self-reported race and randomized to other supplement um, to see if result change. Okay, number 19, it's about harms. Okay, for number 19, you can find it in, okay, you can find it in here. Numbers of deaths and participants who report side effects were low as previously reported, and it's good because side effect reported but so low. Okay, number 20, it's limitation. It's limitation. Okay. For number 20, you can find it in. Okay. For number 20, you can find it in here. Also, the numbers of participants with confirmed autoimmune disease in a given year were small hazard ratio for vitamin D treatment were consistently lower in the last 3 years than in the first 2 years of the trial. Okay. So they say there were many cases for some disease and most people were older. And it's not consistent for 3 years. Okay, and next number 20, 21, it's generalizability, like external validity, applicability of trial findings. For number 21, you can find it in here, in page 1. So for generalists in methods, in page 2 in methods, the participant representative of vitamin D level in older large trial and in the general older adult population in the US. So the result apply to older people in the US, but may not apply to younger or different groups. So for the older people, just to older people. Okay, next, number 22. Its interpretation consistent with result. Okay, number 22. mm, Number 22. Okay, in conclusion, for abstract, vitamin D supplementation for 5 years with or without omega-3 fatty acid reduced autoimmune disease by 22%, while omega-3 fatty acid supplementation with or without vitamin D reduced the autoimmune disease rate by 15%, not statistically significant. Okay. For number 22, they say vitamin D and omega-3 help reduce risk and help this autoimmune disease. Next, number 23. Okay. Number 23, you can find it in abstract is number registration. So they registered the trial on clinicaltrials.government. Okay, next number 24. It's about protocol access where the full trial protocol can be accessed is available. For number 24, you can find it in here. Trial protocol oversight and CONSORT diagram, consolidated standard of reporting trial, as added to this study have been previously published. So if you see in PubMed, they have two links, and the second link it's a protocol access. Okay, number 25, founding. Okay, for number 25, this founding is not reported. So, the study was funded by the National Institute of Health, NIH. Funders didn't control the study risk. So, okay, in the end, the Pfizer trial followed almost all parts of the CONSORT checklist. This helped readers trust the result. The study showed vitamin D might help prevent autoimmune disease like rheumatoid arthritis and the other. Okay, using CONSORT help make studies more transparent and easy to understand by older people. It is a great tool for anyone reading or doing clinical research, especially for evidence-based medicine. Okay, thank you for listening. I'm happy to answer any question. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.